Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house.
Okay,
the only building you've seen for days.
So we're in the game. Before I begin, hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and today we're playing a game called, I think, When the Water Turns to Wine. I think that's what the game's called. It's a pretty long name. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna be so upset if I got it wrong. But in any case, yeah, we're playing a game called The Water Turns to Wine. When the Water Turns to Wine. It's basically kind of like a narration game where we just follow some guy around listening to stories and stuff. So it's a pretty chill game. So, you know, just sit back, enjoy. And I'll try not to talk so much. So let's get to it. But before I begin, please like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. Alright, let's get to it.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Enter. That guy looks like a wolf.
You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
Okay, look around.
The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
What are we playing? Are we playing poker? Yeah, that's not good, bro.
The man in gray across from you, though, he's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him. One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
I can't take another option. I have to keep playing. Damn, we're betting everything. Oh, it's a pretty good pair. I think this is straight, right?
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand?
Okay, wait. So we have 5 cards. Are we playing Texas Hold'em? Is that what Texas Hold'em is? I can't remember if that's what Texas Hold'em is.
He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
Nice.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that. The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
Okay, so I have 2 options, but either option is just gonna... I think it's gonna keep making me play though. I have a royal straight flush. So even if I check my cards again... Wait, if I check my cards again, can I back out?
Yep. 10, jack, queen, king, ace.
Nope.
All spades.
Yeah, you have my word,
the
I guess.
The man in gray smiles. All right then. I'll call.
Okay, go on. Oh my lord. Right on the harmonica. What's that supposed to mean? Did he have good cards? Direwolf, Chapter 1. What the water tastes like wine. Okay.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure. But more than that, your labor.
Okay.
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones. Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie. All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy. Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling. The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Okay. What is this? Interesting. So I can pick one. I can pick 3 of staves, justice. Wait, 3 of staves, travel, justice, choice, and morality. The world, heaven, desires, fulfill, wishes come true. Wheel of fortune, fortune, fate, and luck, or the tower. He's using tarot cards, is he? Death, change, endings, and moving on. Let's pick this. Let's pick the first one. Tell the story of the northbound train, blinking its giant eyes across through the night. Oh, okay, I can press on them. The story of an endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading only to more doors. The story of the parting of a cloud of fog to reveal a brief glimpse of a land of promising plenty. The story of tossing a pair of bone dice on a blood-red velvet table. They come up snake eyes and wink at you. The story of a black and grey city where every building is filled with desiccated corpses. Ooh, let's pick the first one anyway. Let's see what the game's about. I'm still not too sure.
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliché in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another.
Oh, so I just go through all of them? Okay.
You'll sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy? Don't gather too many of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
Can I leave? What? I can leave, but is there a point to going through all of these?
Your deepest desires? Your greatest wish? Heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain? El Dorado, the Promised Land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine. Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing.
Okay.
It's just luck. Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty. Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you. It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people.
Who is this guy? Is this guy the devil?
Not many who can do that.
What? But we're just assuming he's the devil, right? I'm assuming he's the devil.
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you will feel pain. Hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories, the part not often told. And death, yes, but don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back. Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience for you. I'm jealous in some ways. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay, that's all of them. Oh. The frick? Am I a skeleton? Oh, shit, he did say he'll strip my flesh. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I don't think we can change anything. Let's keep... I guess we just have to go this way. Oh god. This is gonna copyright me. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's... sound. Okay. Let's lower that a little bit. Okay. There's something over here. Let's go over here. Search.
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway.
That's pretty strange.
The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?
Do I have cigarettes? Sure.
You are about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? They demand.
No, I do not. I just met them.
Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash.
A lot more
Sneers
cash.
one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
Move on. New story with the woman arrested for bootlegging. Oh, I see. So, do I just have to go along the way? Can I walk faster? I can't. So the point of this game is to spread stories. Oh look. Your goal is to fulfill your obligation to the wolf by finding all 16 characters scattered over the US. You trade stories with them until you earn their trust and finish their story. Okay. By hanging out adventures, you begin to collect stories. When you meet characters, they'll ask you for different types of stories. Remember what sort of adventures you had and you know what type of stories you get. Okay, stories will grow and change as you tell them. Once you tell a story to a character, it will be out in the world and you may encounter someone else who will tell you a better version of it. These better versions will be more entertaining when you tell them to characters, but be sure to tell different stories so that you have a chance to grow them all. Okay. Stories you get from characters are wildcards. They'll fit any of the 5 categories, however telling them will not cause them to grow. So use them sparingly as you're giving up a chance to spread other stories. If you swap around the stories you tell, you can do that in the inventory. The stories you get from characters are wildcards. What does that mean? Does that mean that, like, if they tell me a story, then it's considered a wild card? So telling them will not cause them to grow. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. So only stories that I witnessed, I guess, like the two ladies getting kidnapped, being arrested for bootlegging. Several ways to travel across the US. This is walking, but it's slow. You can speed up your walking pace by whistling, holding down the button and match the notes to keep your spirits speed up. Okay. You can also hop a ride on a boxcar that will get you exactly where you need to go, but runs the risk of getting injured by the railroad cops. Why? Oh, because I'm illegally doing it. To hop a ride, find a train yard. Safe way to travel is hitchhike. Hold the hitchhike button while standing next to a road with cars on it. Not every car will stop, and they won't always carry you the full distance, but you'll be safe. Okay. Finally, if you got some cash, you can go to the city and ride the fast, safe passenger trains from place to place. Costs money, but it's the best way to travel. Fine. Each time you meet a character, you have a night to talk with them and exchange stories. If you tell them the kind of stories they want, you'll gain their trust and move forward through their tale. However, there's no penalty to telling them a different story. You'll still learn whatever they have to tell you. Characters have multiple chapters, and when you fully open the eye in the interface, the next time you meet them, you'll move on to the next chapter. When you finish all their chapters, you won't see them again. Oh, okay. Each time you finish a night with a character, they'll move somewhere else. You can always check the map to see where they are, but they will also show you when they move. Okay. Inventory holds the mementos you've collected from the characters you met. Once a character trusts you fully, they'll give you something to remember them by, which can be used to travel to where you first met. Okay. Story screen also has tabs so you can see your story, a timeline, your adventures, a map of the US, and progress with each of the characters. Okay. Sure, I think I get it. How do I whistle? Oh, I'm hitchhiking. Hold on. Okay, my R2 is to hitchhike. Oh, I'm just... Hold on. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that, but okay.
Off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick. The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well, something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink back at you from inside the bundle.
Oh, blop! Move on and say hello. I think I would have to say hello, right?
The shape gives a start.
Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here.
Oh.
It says in a small voice.
It's a child.
Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore. But I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
Yikes. Okay. He wants to live with his pa. Should I look for his dad, or I won't tell? I think I'll look for his dad.
His father must have been here at some point, but you sure can't see him now.
Please go. He's coming back any minute,
says the boy, growing agitated.
He's gonna see you talking to me. Please, go!
He only calms down when you leave. You don't see another soul for miles.
Does that mean that... Could it be that the dad knew his son was there? Oh, okay. So I'm using my my right side buttons. Cause I'm walking fast! I'm a skeleton though, people can't see this? Okay, let's look at this.
They don't come every year, you know. The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
Don't come every year. Ask why. Or watch the seagulls. Ask why.
Just when the fishing is gonna be good. He taps great, black, thick globs of spent tobacco out of a huge ceramic pipe. I got another year, I guess.
Oh, one more year of what?
Another year of this town being here, he replies, letting a grin spread across his face. If the seagulls came, that means enough fish to keep it in place.
Okay, I see. Move on. Seagulls and the fishermen. Okay, so I'm just gathering stories to tell.
A woman walks the small town square with the poise of Betty Davis. A confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise.
Ask around.
You question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house. Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit. You decide to seek a second opinion.
Okay. kind of have a feeling where this is going.
You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Okay, so if I keep asking around, it'd be, I guess, the travel, right? So maybe I'll approach her.
You ask the woman if you may join her at a public bench.
You may. Lovely outside, isn't it?
Her eyes are a beautiful shaded brown. Beneath the yellow ribbon, a thick, fibrous scar wraps around her throat.
Weather like this, it reminds me of Paris.
I love the narrator. He's just doing all the voices. Okay, so it's because she tried to hang herself, or she was hung. Okay, let's move on. I thought for a minute there, you guys know the story about the lady that always wore a ribbon around her neck, and her boyfriend kept like asking her to take it off, and then eventually when they got married, she finally took it off, and her head fell off. So that's why I thought that story was going. But okay.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open, with a daunting staircase before you. At the top of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door.
Okay, put your ear to the door.
Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough. Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door. Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead.
Okay, we'll wait.
After a moment, the door unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand. Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Oh. So he has a soft
Despite
voice.
the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea? He offers, hoisting a teapot.
Sure. Been here long, or it must be lonely up here. I think it must be lonely up here.
Oh, we manage. The tall one sits on the sofa, casually wrapping an arm around the other lighthouse keeper. The quiet suits us just fine. He needs his quiet time. He's a writer. The tall one grunts. I dabble, but you must have some good stories from the road.
Ooh, is this the first people I've met? Like the ones I can spread my story?
You
Well, I
wake
have
up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes? There might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
some. Okay, nope. Move on. Okay. Just gotta keep going around the place looking for peeps, right? Oh. Yeah. Hitchhiking. I don't know where I'm going though. I'll go to Boston. Boston. Nice. Okay. Ooh, a little bit of stuttering here. Oh, wow. Okay, let's head this way. There's a little thing here we can see.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
I just imagined it going, ah! at each other.
The man with the truck leaps into the street.
Brother!
He shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle.
Brother!
Oh.
He screams. They embrace in the road. 30 years, hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him.
No, 32!
Oh, wow.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling.
Take a photo of us!
The driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Okay, I can either say cheese or let's get out of the road first. Screw it, say cheese.
The long-lost brothers pose in front of traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the road, each brother presses a coin into your hand. When the traffic disperses, you realize they overpaid you quite a shocking amount.
Nice. Move on. That's nice. So I guess they haven't seen, these brothers haven't seen each other in a while. Nice. That's a good story to tell. Enter Boston. Ooh, Boston. Red brick, green trees, and blue sky. In this weather, Boston's beautiful. That is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. Nice. Okay, let's explore.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner, a car approaching.
Keep walking or hail the taxi cab. I think if I hail the taxi cab, I have to get money. I have to spend money, so let's just keep walking.
Unable to afford rescue, you keep walking. The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place. Was this always a moonless night? The stars multiply, each one looking like a pinprick through which light is exiting the terrestrial world.
Continue walking.
It's hard finding your way through in pitch darkness. You go by touch and sound, feeling the scale of the streets by the echoing of your footsteps, fingers tracing the rough surface of the buildings. And then, a rumble of noise in the distance.
Listen.
You quiet yourself, suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you it's not thunder, but cannon fire. The city comes alive with fires and shouting. You find yourself trampled by a mob of men in thick brown coats, a phalanx of bayonets advancing up the street.
What's going on? I can't pinpoint what timeline this is in. They have cars, but I assume that it was in like 19th century, so I don't know what's going on.
When you come to, there's no sign of the commotion, the war that you were just caught in. The comically shrill honk of a Model A running up the road startles you, and you crawl toward the sidewalk. Above, the sky is a sharp, cold, cloudless blue.
Alright, move on. Okay, earn money. I can go to the store, I can earn money. Let's earn money. I wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Do I panhandle or look for work? I think I'll look for work. It starts to rain in a kind of torrential tree stripping way that only happens once or twice a year. Everyone scrambles for cover, but one guy stays out in the street. Fellow with a bale of bent and lopsided umbrellas, 10 cents each, he hollers. What an opportunist. The rain has soaked him through, but he's doing a roaring trade. Hey, he tells you. Go run around on the main shopping streets and pick up all the umbrellas you see, okay? People sometimes drop them when they blow inside out. I'll pay you. Yeah, I'm in. Money, money. He's right. There are umbrellas scattered all up and down the street like fallen birds. You gather up an armful and the umbrella seller buys them all off of you for a couple of coins. Next morning though, your throat is hoarse and your nose is running like a faucet. Damn it! At least I got money. Is that worth it though? Okay, let's go to the store. Ooh. Do I need these though? I don't think I need these. Because my... like, they told me my heart went down, but my heart's still up, so I think I'll leave... Oh, no, it's half. Let's get some clam chowder. Okay. Let's leave. Okay, we'll do 2 more. Oh, 3 more. And then we'll call it for this episode. Oh wait, it's the face of a person though.
A few wanderers like you are looking for a place to camp.
We heard there's a Leatherman cave nearby.
They tell you. They describe a locally famous vagrant who hiked this area for almost 30 years.
He's dead now, but his caves are the best place to camp at any town.
Ooh, where is it?
You and the other wanderers find the cave easily, because someone's lit a fire there. As you approach, you see a silhouette bend over the flames with an odd, creaking sound, like a door swinging in the wind.
Who's there?
His coat is crudely stitched from leather plates that squeak against each other.
The Leatherman.
One of the others whispers. A ghost. The Leatherman must have heard, but he just stares. His face is corpse still.
Ooh, can I say, of course he isn't a ghost? Oh shit. I think, of course he isn't a ghost, right? Right? And I think
he's eating.
Okay.
You say, and point out his can of beans.
Je ne suis pas un fantôme.
The Leatherman says, and adds,
Idiot. Oh,
bursts your companion.
Canadien.
Soon, he and the Leatherman are deep in conversation, and your group has a safe place to rest.
Canadien. Okay, move on. Leatherman's cave. Ooh, what's this big symbol? I think this is someone we can talk to. Camp. Camp? Yep, I think this is someone we can talk to. Nice. Quinn, by Clarice Curran and Shoots.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me. If you're respectful, that is.
Hell yeah, I am.
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Hello, Quinn.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Oh, cute dogs.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up.
Okay.
I want to hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something. Scary stuff.
Oh, do I have... Here are all the stories you've collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. This is the subject of each story here. If you tell the story about love, for example, they'll tell you something about their own life relating to the subject of love. Poor things. As the night goes on, the icon moves left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over and so is your storyteller. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. You tell them the type of stories they request, you'll gain their trust and the eye will open. When it opens fully, next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. They'll remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Nice. So she wants a story about. She wants a scary story, right? Shucks, I don't have any scary stories, do I? Past memories, future. Ah, okay, good. I can see what the story is about. I feel like, is this a scary story? I don't think this is a scary story, but I don't have a scary story.
Well, that sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day.
So she wants an adventure tale now?
Sad. Oh, so you think just 'cause I'm young, I gotta be sad, crying after my mama every night.
Are you?
I don't need you looking after me, so if you're offering, don't. And I thought I told you to be respectful. What you really ought to be asking yourself is if you want to keep enjoying my spot or not.
What? I just told a story, man.
You got any stories that are a little sad?
God damn it. Faith and trust. I don't have any damn story. This is kind of sad, right?
Shoot, I ain't teared up. Just got something in
Nice.
my eyes, all.
Let's open it up a little bit.
Freedom. Well, teacher used to talk about freedom like America was eat up with it, but the tramping kind seems to be just about the only real freedom still in supply. Ain't no freedom from an empty stomach or bad weather, unless you're rich. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Thrilling. This is pretty thrilling, right? I kind of want to see the Leatherman story. No. Story seagulls, two brothers, two lighthouse keepers. I think the story of the women arrested for bootlegging is pretty thrilling, right? I got pushed around.
Well, that was something. You spin a good yarn.
Nice.
Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful.
I am.
You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Exciting. I think the Leatherman one, right? That's exciting. Tell the story of the Leatherman's
That was a
cave.
chuckle to be sure. But do you know anything more lively? Trust. Well, I figure tramps are apt to trust each other, to a point. Sure, there are backbiters out there, but it's the folks who act respectable, the so-called upstanding ones that I keep an eye on.
That's true.
I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
What a thrilling story. God, I don't have any. You know what? I'm just gonna... If I exit, I'm gonna save my stories, right? Yeah, I think I'll save my stories. Yeah. Because I don't have any venturesome tales that you want.
Leaving already? Well, me too. I think I'll go check out what's happening up the road this way. Maybe I'll see you around.
Damn, this map is big. Alright, see ya.
Tramping life suits me just fine. Every day is a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
That's true. And she's off. Alright, I think I'll leave this episode here. This is a neat little narration game, and I didn't expect there to be any walking around, to be honest, but this is fun. Kinda like just sitting back and listening to stories instead of like adrenaline-fueled things, but yeah. Any case, if you like what you see, like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care. and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.